You can sort of jump ahead with your intellect. And the problem with jumping ahead with the intellect is eventually you convince yourself that you've made emotional shifts that you have not made.
Yeah.
Now, of course, your law of attraction, the law of attraction will bring to you, through your soul-based projections, will bring to you events demonstrating to you that you haven't actually made a change, right? But unfortunately, you might have convinced yourself that you have, and then you start blaming other people for those particular attractions.
Yeah.
So in other words, you say, oh, I'm all nice and loving now, so it must be all your fault that you're attacking me, or all your fault that this particular thing happened to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Rather than going, oh, okay, this thing is still happening to me, so I'm the centre of what's happening to me here, so therefore I've got to address something, or I've got to address some kind of emotion inside of me that's causing these events to occur. And I feel that these kind of questions where people ask me, what will happen when they have not even engaged the when, you know, they haven't tried to engage even feeling fear. And so the question then becomes, well, you're really getting way ahead of yourself here.
Yeah.
And this is one reason why in the spirit world, very few people ever get told any new truth other than the next one they need to work on.
Yes.
Because otherwise they get so way ahead of themselves that they can try to convince themselves that they've dealt with a whole heap of things they've never dealt with. Mm-hmm. And I find a lot of people on earth doing that with the divine truth. Mm-hmm. They're trying to convince themselves that they're way, way ahead of where they actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That all being said, obviously, once you've released fear and you've accepted God's truth, which means you've had to be humble to do so, you will start, and you have as long as you have a longing for God's love, you will start to receive God's love. Mm-hmm. Once that occurs, you will have proof that everything will be better as long as you receive God's love. You'll have proof that feeling fear and letting go of fear is to your benefit.
Yeah. And
you'll have proof that everything I'm talking about with regard to your emotions is true. Until you do those things, you will not have proof. Mm-hmm. And if you search for intellectual proof after intellectual proof before you even go through the experience, the experiment, if you like, with your emotions, then all you're going to do is get nowhere. And this is what most even sixth-sphere spirits do. When they come and talk to us, they're asking me all these questions about emotions and all these different things, just like most people on earth ask. And then I say, do you want to engage the experiment? And they say, no. What's the point? If you don't want to engage the experiment, just be honest and say no. But there's no point in having a further discussion about emotion unless you're willing to engage emotion and understand it.
Yeah.
Then we can have some further discussions about emotion. Then we can talk about what the next step is. So that's what I would encourage people who ask these kind of questions to do. Engage the process, and you'll find yourself asking a lot less questions because you'll now trust God, you'll now trust the process, you'll know it's true, you'll know it works, and you won't need to be convinced by somebody trying to encourage you and telling you 100 hopeful things to make you feel like it's all going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.